Ever felt like your mind is a secret movie theater, playing vivid, mysterious scenes that no one else sees? Imagine having access to an inner world so profound that it taps into the collective wisdom of all humanity. Stick around, because what I'm about to reveal about Carl Jung's concept of the introverted intuitive might just transform how you see yourself and the world around you. Welcome to this deep dive into the enigmatic realm of the intuitive introvert as defined by Carl Jung. Today we're exploring a concept first laid out in his groundbreaking book, Psychological Types, published in 1921. In it, Jung not only introduced us to the idea of personality functions, but also delved into the mysterious power of introverted intuition, a function that has captivated thinkers, artists, and dreamers for over a century. Let's start by unpacking the essence of the introverted intuitive, often abbreviated as NI in modern typology. NI isn't about idle daydreaming, though it does manifest as an incredibly rich inner dream world. Instead, it's a dynamic interplay between the inner visions that bombard us with possibilities and the tangible reality we navigate daily. These visions, vivid and sometimes random, are more than mere fantasies. They are potential blueprints for how life could be if only we dare to apply a bit of judgment and bring them into focus. Carl Jung described this function with a poetic precision. He argued that the introverted intuitive has access to the wisdom of all human history, a private hotline to the collective unconscious. Imagine being able to tap into a reservoir of archetypes and images that have shaped our existence since time immemorial. This isn't just an abstract idea. It's a fundamental part of what makes intuitive introverts both visionary and, at times, profoundly misunderstood. Now let's get into some specifics. According to Jung's original text in Psychological Types, the inner object, the wellspring of images and symbols, plays a pivotal role in how the intuitive mind works. While our sensory experience is rooted in the physical, the intuitive mind peers into a world that isn't bound by immediate reality. It's as if these inner images float free from the constraints of the outer world, inviting us to interpret and reimagine them as meaningful possibilities. Yet, here's the catch. These visions, as captivating as they are, require a measure of judgment to transform them from fleeting images into actionable insights. Without the grounding force of judgment, the daydreams of an introverted intuitive remain just that. Beautiful, but ultimately disconnected from everyday life. Think of it like watching a masterpiece without ever understanding the technique behind it. The art is there, but its power is locked away until you learn to decode its symbolism. Many introverted intuitives are drawn to careers where they can harness this remarkable interplay between vision and structure. Artists, writers, scientists, and innovators often find that their inner world isn't just a retreat, but a launchpad for creative breakthroughs. They translate their ethereal insights into tangible forms, whether that's a painting, a scientific theory, or even a piece of music. This is where the abstract meets the concrete, and the potential of intuitive vision is realized. But let's be real for a moment. The life of an intuitive introvert is not without its challenges. The very depth that fuels your inner world can also create a chasm between you and the external reality. Introverted intuitives are often perceived as private, sometimes even aloof or enigmatic. It's not uncommon for them to keep only a select few close, guarding the vast landscape of their inner experiences from casual acquaintances. This cautious approach isn't born out of arrogance, it's a necessary boundary to protect the delicate interplay between inner vision and external engagement. Jung himself acknowledged this complexity. In his discussions he noted that the intuitive type, for all its potential, can sometimes seem detached or even erratic to those around them. He famously remarked, "The intuitive is a type that doesn't see the stumbling block before his feet, but he smells a rat for 10 miles." This vivid imagery perfectly captures the paradox of the intuitive mind. While it may overlook immediate practical details, it compensates by unveiling patterns and meanings that others might miss entirely. Now let's explore the inner mechanics of this function a bit more. Introverted intuition works through symbols and abstract connections. It's not a linear process, it's more like a web of interrelated ideas where one image triggers another in a cascading flow of insight. At its best, this function allows you to see the forest for the trees, connecting seemingly disparate elements into a coherent vision of what might be. It's a bit like having a sixth sense, a natural ability to glimpse the future not through prediction but through an intuitive synthesis of past and present. Yet, as many intuitive introverts learn the hard way, this gift can be a double-edged sword. Without the balancing force of a well-developed judgment function, those captivating inner images can become untethered from reality. The result? A mind that is full of possibility but struggles to implement those possibilities in the practical world. It's a constant dance between surrendering to the allure of the inner vision and exerting just enough control to bring that vision to life. To add another layer of understanding, modern interpretations of Jung's theory have linked the introverted intuitive function to certain personality types in the MBTI system, specifically the INTJ, often dubbed the scientist, and the INFJ, known as the protector. These types, while distinct in many ways, share that core characteristic of being deeply connected to an inner landscape that informs their perception of reality. This duality, between the private realm of dreams and the public sphere of action, is at the heart of what it means to be an intuitive introvert. So how does one live with such a paradoxical gift? It comes down to balance. The intuitive introvert must learn to walk the tightrope between the allure of inner visions and the demands of everyday life. On one hand, you have the freedom to wander through your rich inner world, exploring ideas and images without constraint. On the other, there's the need to engage with the outer world, to communicate your insights in ways that others can understand and appreciate. This balance is not easy, and it's something that even Jung acknowledged as one of the greatest challenges for the intuitive type. The secret lies in harnessing the power of intuition without letting it overwhelm you. It involves developing a judgment function that can sift through the myriad images and select those with true potential for practical application. In other words, it's about turning abstract visions into actionable plans, a process that can be both incredibly rewarding and, at times, incredibly challenging. For those who resonate with the intuitive introvert, there are practical strategies to cultivate this balance. Engaging in creative pursuits like writing, art, or even scientific exploration can provide a structured outlet for your inner visions. Many find that practices like journaling or meditation help to clarify the often chaotic flood of inner imagery, allowing them to identify patterns and meanings that might otherwise be lost. By setting aside time to reflect and organize your thoughts, you can bridge the gap between the abstract and the concrete. Let's not forget the social dimension. Introverted intuitives with their natural reserve often struggle with the demands of social interaction. It's important to remember that, while you might have a rich internal life, the connections you build with others can offer valuable grounding and perspective. Even a small circle of trusted individuals can provide the external feedback needed to refine your insights. After all, as Jung suggested, the inner vision is most powerful when it eventually finds a way to impact the outer world. In our modern context, this idea has only grown more relevant. With the rise of digital communication and social media, many intuitive introverts have found new ways to share their inner visions with the world, often in formats that allow for both depth and creative expression. Whether through blogging, podcasting, or video essays like this one, there is a growing community of individuals who embrace the challenge of translating their inner experiences into something tangible and impactful. As we wrap up, let's circle back to that original hook. Imagine if you could not only experience a vivid inner world, but also channel that power to create something truly transformative. That's the promise of the introverted intuitive, a promise that, when balanced with the right dose of practical judgment, can unlock pathways to creativity, innovation, and even personal fulfillment. In summary, Carl Jung's concept of the intuitive introvert offers us a window into a life of profound inner richness. From the seminal insights of psychological types to the modern interpretations linking it to MBTI's INTJ and INFJ, This function challenges us to embrace our inner visions while remaining anchored in reality. It's a journey of perpetual balance, a dance between the ephemeral and the tangible, the visionary and the practical. If you're an introverted intuitive or simply intrigued by the mysterious workings of the human mind, consider this your invitation to explore further. Dive into Jung's writings, experiment with creative practices, and remember, your inner world is not a distraction but a wellspring of potential waiting to be tapped. Thank you for watching. If this exploration of Jung's introverted intuition resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation about the mysteries of the mind, one vision at a time.